Amen. What it is. This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. Y'all already know that Cash App, man. $ Deem by any means. Y'all know that PayPal at Deem by any means. You see that heart with the $? You can press that at any time your heart desires. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated. But you can hit that like button for free. Please don't be an eavesdropper. Don't be a hater and an eavesdropper. Please hit the like button. That is free. Let's talk about David Morrell Jr. Pulled out the win. Great win. I want to start off by saying this, how David Morrell Jr. fight exposed a lot of fakes in boxing, a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of boxing fans. Because y'all notice ain't nobody crying for David Morrell, but we're going to get to that. First, I want to say David Morrell showed a lot of courage by even taking the fight. David Morrell pulled out the fight. David Morrell was showing that he's going to be one of the top guys in boxing. Got to continue to stay on his grind. But David Morrell got to grind you up, my guy. You got to go to that body, bro. You got to go to that body, my guy. And I think you need to take this boxing thing just a little bit more serious, my guy. Disappointed in your performance after fighting David Benavidez? Yes, I was. I'm not even going to lie. And I'm one of your biggest fans, my guy. So that's what I'm talking about it today. You got to tighten up, brother. You got to sit down on your punches more like you used to. You got to stop. You got to learn to adjust when things ain't going quite your way, my guy. Everybody's not going to just be there to be head hunted, and you think because you got this power that everybody's going to go down. No, set up the power with the boxing that you possess. Break them down, then use the power, Brody. You're trying to go straight for the knockout, and I get it, bro, but you reminded me of Deontay Wilder in certain ways, and it's why I wasn't the biggest fan of him either, even when he was going on his knockout streaks, because I knew that the stuff that I was seeing eventually was going to bite him in the butt. And it looked like it almost bit you in the behind as well, my guy. Understand you want the knockouts, bro, but you could go to the body and get knockouts as well. There's nothing wrong with using your distance. Nothing wrong with using that great footwork that you got. But I think you be wanting to trade too much instead of setting it up and getting the knockouts within the exchange like you did Falcone. Well, I forgot whatever his name was. You gotta tighten up, bro, in a lot of different areas, defensively especially. You need to tighten up, bro. And you need to work on going to that body for sure. And you need to learn to create a game plan and stick to it, bro. Those are my biggest gripes. But the other thing I really want to get on and touch on, y'all, is just how fake y'all are. When Ryan popped dirty, y'all was out here going crazy over nanograms, man. Y'all ain't want to see the rematch, and this is why I do respect David Morrell. He willing to take the rematch. But David Morrell, you might not get that chance, my guy, because he's going to be suspended in his country or wherever he at for 2 years. So you might not even get that chance. But the fact is, I'm hearing y'all talking to criticizing David Morrell so much, but he was literally fighting a drug cheat. Literally. And I knew people wouldn't keep the same energy because it's not Devin. You got people actually out here talking about the fight. I don't care what happened in that fight. He was fighting a drug cheat who we all know probably been doing it. And I'm glad that he fought him because it showed that just because it happened a while, that don't mean that you ain't still doing it. Y'all still suspicious of him, and this happened a year ago. He popped dirty, and they let him fight. So miss me with the when they pop dirty, that's the only time we can hold them accountable thing, because he's getting held accountable for something that happened last year. You want to know why? Because they ain't sure if you're still doing it. People ain't got time to try to figure all that out, man. Get them out the sport, man. Straight up. But I'm just so surprised at how, matter of fact, I'm not surprised at how selective y'all is. Actually was sitting up there talking about this fight as if it was a regular fight, as if David Morrell wasn't in there with an absolute drug cheat. Clambuterol, he had the stuff in him. He had the real pack in him. He had that real pack in him. Ain't nobody out here crying for David Morrell. If you got people out here talking about, I think David Morrell lost that fight. But when people were saying that about Devin and Ryan Garcia, y'all lost y'all head. Y'all thought it was blasphemy. Dame, I don't care. He ain't lose. He got his old back. Ryan was on our string. Dame. That's what y'all told me. David Morrell, it happens to David Morrell when y'all take it serious like a real fight. I ain't hear nobody make a video about it, complaining about it, talking about how the guy shouldn't be allowed to fight. And that's why I sat back and waited and let y'all see. And I just wanted to see because I knew I'd be right again. I knew I'd be right again when it came to that. Y'all so fake in these boxing streets. Miss me with that. Do you care about these fighters or don't you? Do you care about people popping dirty or don't you? Turkey's so great for the sport that you let a drug cheat walk right in there with no problem, and y'all took the fight serious. When it was Devin Haney, y'all wanted to be on panels and scream to the high heavens. And I'm pretty sure that David Morrell opponent had more HGH and clambuterol and all that in this system than Ryan Garcia had when he was fighting Devin Haney. Lord have mercy. Let's not talk about it. Y'all don't care about these fighters. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all just care about that. Like I said, if Devin Haney would have beat Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney fans would have been like, yeah, and he beat somebody on steroids, but because he lost the fight, that's what they got to use as an excuse. Y'all so fake. Y'all are so fake. David Morrell was another prime example of where you can't use steroid use as the reason to why a fighter lost. Because he proved again that if you really got the skills, you don't get hit with a left hook in the first 45 seconds of the fight. Just saying. So if y'all wanted to praise Devin Haney for showing heart and dog and Dame, he got up 7 times, Dame, and y'all showed him so much heart. I don't want to hear nothing about David Morrell getting clipped. He showed more heart than Devin Haney because he ain't get dropped, and then he came back and won the fight. In a dog match. Came back and won the fight. Shout out to David Morrell. So all those props y'all be trying to give Devin Haney, I'm giving them all to David Morrell. Because he actually won the fight and didn't have to get his O back. He actually still went and took it with somebody who was, I think, was more juiced up than even Ryan Garcia was. Straight up and down. But I don't hear nobody crying for David Benavidez. I don't hear nobody crying for David Morrell, how he could have risked his life, how he should be, the guy should be out the sport forever. And Dane, we can't take the fight serious because he had eye strain in his system. Now, don't nobody think that David Morrell opponent just started juicing when they found out he was juicing. But when it came to Devin Haney, that's what y'all wanted to believe. And y'all only coming around now because y'all realize how stupid you sound. And it's okay. Like I said, y'all, I let people talk that like the talk. Because eventually they'll get exposed later. Yep. I let people talk that like to talk because eventually they will get exposed later. You don't hear one Devin Haney fan crying for David Morrell. Not one. But then claim they love boxing. You know what they gonna say? Well, Dean, I ain't no David Morrell fan. But you are a fan of boxing. I thought y'all just wanted to see the fights. You see how fake y'all are. I thought you just wanted to see the fights. That's what y'all told me. Ain't nobody say a peep. Y'all was in there cheering and enjoyed the fight when David Morrell was in there fighting homeboy. Y'all was in there enjoying the fight. Y'all ain't care one iota that he was a drug cheat. Y'all was okay. David Morrell lost the fight. He was gifted a win. That's what you have people saying. How you gifted a win against a drug cheat? Just ask Devin Haney fans. They'll make the argument for me. Devin fans, can y'all make the argument for me now? When people say that David Morrell was gifted a win? Y'all so fake, and that's why I'm really about to be on some whole other stuff with boxing. I'm exposing all of the narratives. I'm sticking to the reason why I even made this YouTube channel. Expect me to go live all the time. Expect me to be dropping content out the wazoo. I'm going to keep your notifications on because I'm going to be dropping so much content. Every time you look up, I got another video coming. I'm tired of it, y'all. I'm taking the bull by the horns, and it's okay. Y'all already know what this is. Petty by any means. Shout out to my man Dragon the Assassin.